Welcome to the U.S. Military Test Prep channel by Study.com. My name is Kayla Thomas, and I am a test prep expert with Study.com. On this channel, I will walk you through everything you need to know to pursue a career in the military. I aim to be your secret weapon, providing you with expert tips, insider advice, and top-notch study material to boost both your confidence and your results. On today's video, I'm going to cover Assembling Objects Subtest, or AO, of the Armed Service Vocational Aptitude Battery, or ASVAB. Let's get started. The AO subtest of the ASVAB assesses your spatial reasoning and visualization skills by analyzing how individual parts come together to form a complete object. What makes this subtest unique is that it doesn't require any prior knowledge. This subtest measures your score for the spatial domain of the test. It also is the final subtest when you take the ASVAB. Now, you may be asking, how do you review or prepare for this type of test that doesn't require prior knowledge? By the time this video is over, you'll have the tools to get ready for Assembling Objects Subtest. The amount of time and number of multiple choice items in the Assembling Objects subtest vary based on that format. You can either take the computer adaptive test, also known as the CAT ASVAB, or sign up for the paper and pencil version, or P&P ASVAB. The CAT ASVAB is adaptive. The difficulty of the questions adjusts based on your previous questions. Answering correctly leads to harder questions. Incorrect answers lead to easier questions. The CAT ASVAB also has a time limit for each section, and once you move on, you can't return to the previous questions. If you decide to take the CAT ASVAB, the Assembling Objects subtest will have at least 15 scored questions with a time limit of 18 minutes. The P&P ASVAB, on the other hand, has a fixed set of questions for all test takers. It allows you to skip and return to questions within a section as long as time permits. Additionally, the P&P version generally takes longer to complete than the CAT ASVAB. The Assembling Objects subtest in the P&P ASVAB will consist of 25 questions, which you must complete in 15 minutes. You may now be wondering, is the CAT ASVAB easier or harder than the P&P ASVAB? Ultimately, the better option depends on your test-taking style, whether you prefer the adaptive, quicker format of the CAT ASVAB or the flexibility of the P&P ASVAB. Earlier, I mentioned that Assembling Objects subtest doesn't require prior knowledge because it tests spatial reasoning and visualization skills. This means you need to understand how separate parts come together to form a whole object. You may also be asked to predict how they will fit or appear when assembled. You may encounter questions with the disassembled items, such as mechanical parts or shapes. You may be asked to choose the correct image that shows how those pieces will appear once correctly arranged. Assembling objects is crucial for technical and mechanical roles in the military that involves working with machinery, blueprints, or equipment assembly. So, when you think about AO, think spatial and think about solving visual puzzles like this. Let's try to break down this sample question. First, find a landmark, like the hooked claw shape, at the top of the instruction box. Next, take that landmark and observe the other answer choices. It's not in answer choices B or C, so eliminate them as possible answers. And then find a second landmark, like the medium-sized oval shape with a curved bite taken out of the side. The shape is not answer choice A. The only answer with the correct shapes that matches the instruction box is choice D. Now that we went through one of the strategies you can use in the AO subtest, here's another practice problem. I know AO seems like a daunting task, so let's look at how you can prepare. Here are some practice tips on how you can improve spatial reasoning and perform better in the Assembling Objects subtest. First, try to practice mental rotation by visualizing objects. Start with simple shapes like triangles, cubes, and pyramids, then move on to more complex forms. Next, when trying to solve a spatial problem, break it down by labeling parts or shapes in your mind. For example, if you're assembling an object, imagine mentally numbering the pieces or creating visual tags like the corner piece or the base. Look at technical diagrams like the ones that you'd find in assembling instructions. Diagrams help shape your spatial reasoning skills and allow you to visualize parts being put together. Another tip for getting good at visualization and spatial skills is to take spatial reasoning practice tests. There's nothing more effective and as helpful as practice tests to be more familiar with the problems that you'll face on the ASVAB and get used to the problem solving under timed conditions. Check out study.com's ASVAB test prep course, which contains practice tests, flashcards, and lessons, which are great tools for acing the ASVAB. Study.com proudly has 92% pass rate for test takers who've used their prep courses. That concludes today's episode of U.S. Military Test Prep. Give us a thumbs up if you're feeling more prepared. Leave us a comment with any questions or topics you'd like for us to cover. And make sure you're subscribed for more U.S. Military Test Prep content. Stay sharp, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.